Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book. And
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a visual.
He's proud of it. Hello and good morning to the show this morning. In the intro, you may have seen one of my former students from KKL and working in the broadcast area of 4C's, Tori, who we did a podcast together for like 2 years, and now she's all engaged and working her hot job in the Mashpee Commons over at J. Crew. And now I've got Sophia with me.
Hello.
Hi. So introduce yourself to our audience just a little bit before we get into what today's adventure is going to be.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm a second-year student at Cape Cod Community College, and I am studying media. I have been in the program for about 2 years. I had my own radio show last semester, which is super cool. It was a very new experience. And I'm looking into starting my career in social media.
Social media, what specifically draws you there?
I really like the creative end of it. I like working with people. I like using my sense of creativity.
You know, there is a pushback with social media right now and our youth,
Yes.
basically saying that it is a lot of their problems. How do you feel about that?
I think to a certain extent, yes, it definitely is. I think the young girls and young little boys who are on the apps are definitely falling victim to certain things. They're growing up too fast. I think there's definitely some restrictions that need to be put on that.
You're okay with restrictions. You like that?
I think it's okay for super young kids. I think if you're like 8, you probably shouldn't be on TikTok.
I agree. What's up, Ashley? How was your weekend? And Cindy G, I owe you money. I'm on it. Oh, wait, I forgot. I've had a whirlwind of a weekend, and I can't even believe I woke up today. It was one of those things where...
Yeah, me either.
Right? You were in the Mashpee Commons, so you saw how wild it was.
We had a busy weekend.
Yeah, right? It was cold, warm enough for the stroll and the parade, though. So I was very thankful for that. We had over 70 floats and 10 more of which never registered. And I know who you are. It's like, I have you on TV. I'll be sending you an invoice today.
Exactly. Signed and sealed.
I know, right? But it was we have the largest nighttime parade in Southeast New England.
Wow.
And I know it is almost like you're kind of at Disney. The lights, the music, the bands, and just the incredible show of town support this year was pretty phenomenal. Oh, I know. I'm sending you guys all the love. Ashley's weekend was tough. She's minutes from Brown University, which, you know, we had this wonderful pile of joy that happened. And as we were leaving all of the parade, everything erupted on campus at Brown University. Had you been following any of that on Sunday morning, Sophia?
I had. It was all over the news when I woke up. It is so horrible. It's so sad. I have a lot of friends who go to school in Rhode Island, and they were pretty close to it. So it's super scary. It's a scary world we live in.
Yeah, I know. And I'm sure it kind of made you feel yucky inside. I mean, you're on a campus at school. You can't help but feel that same way.
It's so scary that that's what we grow up in.
Fear, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to just introduce Sophia here because we're flipping the script a little bit. Sophia is going to be the one leading the interview, and it's going to be really hard for me not to take over.
That's okay. You can take over whatever you want.
No. I'm going to backseat this one and let her take the reins a little bit because this is part of your final project.
Yes, for my practicum that I am doing with Lisa Z, I was told to interview someone in the industry, and I was like, oh, I need to interview Stephanie.
I don't know why I was the choice, but welcome. Happy Monday. Thank you for
Happy Monday.
My schedule.
Thank you.
And doing this live in a morning show. So, guys, I'm on the spot also.
All right. My first question for you is, I was wondering how you got started in the industry.
How did I with a lie? No, I was in the military. I was in the army. I was
Oh
31
wow.
uniform. I was communications. So I took that because I wanted to get away. I was a full-time college student and a part-time worker. I had a full-time job also. So it was like, I can't continue living like this, paying my rent and never having a life at all. Like something's got to give. And I ran into a recruiter at a farmer's market.
Oh what?
I know, like full circle here in my life. Ran into a
Right.
recruiter at a farmer's market, and he started talking to me about the army and how there is a job for me. And he just, I started talking about, he was asking me what I'm doing. And it was, yeah, I'm working, I'm in school, I'm tired. And he's like, you can do all of those things, but get a paycheck and
Right?
have,
Period.
and I was like, well, the uniform's kind of cute.
I guess so.
Maybe don't force
Camo's in.
get in shape. I was like, I'll do it. So yeah, I signed myself away and I wanted to fly planes. When I took the testing, I pretty much qualified for any job. So I signed myself up to go to Rutgers and fly planes. Well, the school was 2 years wait. And I was like, by the time I'm done with that, I'll be done with my degree. And then I'm going to be not enlisted. I'm going to want big officer dollars. And I said, you got anything that leaves right now? Like my rent is due. He's like communications. And their career was born. So yeah, I started doing communications. I was stationed at Fort Gordon in Georgia. They've got a radio station there. And so they would like throw Stephanie, get in there and read the weather. And I'm like, what? And so they're like, we like her voice, keep her coming back. So that's kind of where I started a little bit in baby radio, not real radio. I was DJing in a nightclub around the corner from the base. And
Oh my goodness.
I know, right? It's just kind of all these little things that I was doing. And it wasn't until I was in Myrtle Beach living, about to have my first baby, where the radio station, my next door neighbor actually worked at a radio station on Route 17. And he was a male stripper. And he was like, I need somebody to run the board for me while I go do my show next door. You did radio, right? I'm like, a little. He's like, come in and run the board while I go and do my show. I'll be back. So this went on for months and months. And so finally some guy came in with this cute little golden retriever and he's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I'm, doing the show. I'm like, what are you doing here, weirdo? He's like, I'm the owner. I
Oh my God.
oh. He's like, we've been watching you on the security camera for months. You do a great job. After you have the baby, come see me.
That is so funny. It's all about connections.
Right? Totally.
It really is. I feel like if you have the the birth given talent for it, it's like go for it.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's how I ended up having my first real job in radio.
That is so cool.
And I interned when I was in high school for the Hillman. My high school civics teacher was Greg Hill's brother. And so he's like, you should meet my brother. So yeah, I did that a little bit when I was in high school. So there was all these touches around me. And I remember being 9 years old with my little radio thing and having a microphone and saying, I'm going to be a radio DJ. And they laughed.
That's
But
so cool. So you knew forever you wanted to do it.
9 years old.
That's so cool. I know for me, it was definitely like a new thing. I would have never, you asked me a year ago, I would have been like, what are you talking about?
Well, that's very curious because your generation is all Spotify playlists.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had this natural progression of how we got our media from records to 8 tracks. I mean, I had to do reel to reel. One of my first jobs in radios was putting up a reel to reel player. And that's like tape. Like literally when you make a mistake, you have to cut it out of tape and then glue it back together with a razor blade. I have cuts all over my hands. It was crazy.
That is crazy. I know it's definitely interesting, like growing up in the generation where radio isn't really a thing. I remember when I was little, it definitely was. But now even today, I'll turn my radio on just because I know, like from learning through the program, I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. I think it's just like once you're exposed to it. Yeah, right. I know. Like my aux cord's broken, so I'm listening to the radio.
It is what it is. Roll the dice. And when we
Right.
were kids and the hot song was out there, we had to sit there and wait by our radios for hours for it to play.
Right? It's so funny. I think even I know when I was a little kid, I think I was probably the last generation of kids who like depended on the radio.
Sad, but also, you know, the evolution of things.
Yeah. So kind of to go into that, how has your career changed over the progression of social media? I know social media is always upgrading and changing. So how has that changed the way you go about your career?
I was handed a gift in 2020 when pandemic happened and I was sort of laid off from the dinosaur. I remember I went to my friend Susan, who's medium, and she's also been through the KKL program. And
Really?
she did tea leaves right after I was laid off. And dislocated from my job is the language that they used. So
You
put
didn't
it
injure
back in.
yourself.
It's like we're not done yet.
Hit it
Like,
against the door.
done yet here. So I was dislocated from my job and I went and had my tea leaves read by my girlfriend Susan and my friend RTB, and we're sitting there and she's like, I see you holding on to this dinosaur. She's like, I'm literally looking at this cup and it's a literal dinosaur. I can't describe it. It's a big T-Rex and you're holding on. And I was like, oh. And my friend RTB was like, that's the radio.
Yeah.
So she's like, I see you, you know, wanting to be in that field and stay with it. And it just made me laugh. And it always sits in the back of my head of how to connect with this audience that I've built over 25 years. How do I continue doing the things that I loved about radio, right? You're kind of forced to take stock when you are removed from a situation and looking at it from the outside of what do I like about this and what can I leave behind? And I loved connecting with people in the morning. It was awesome. Whether someone was having a good day, a bad day, it's nice to connect with somebody and be like, me too.
Right. It's like a sense of community.
It is. And you know these people. I mean, I have deep relationships with people that I've never met. It's a very weird connection to hear about someone's life every day, day in and day out for 20 years. And then be removed from that, especially during pandemic. So
feels like a breakup.
It was the worst breakup. It was the worst. I mean, I saw it coming. I knew it mentally, but I wasn't prepared for it, even though I should have been because I knew it was there. What's up, Leah? Thanks for joining us on the show. Stephanie's song stuck in my head today. Walk the Dinosaur. There you go. Sorry. That's it. That's what radio makes me think of now as the dinosaur. So yeah, I just thought my husband kind of saw me struggling with how to connect with that audience again. And he's like, you're going to not like it, but you're going to have to do videos. I was like, oh.
I know, it's like the opposite now. It's like people don't want to go on the radio. They would rather talk to a phone.
Which blows my mind. I feel like that is so much more intimate.
It is.
And so, yeah, I was like, I don't want to do videos. No one wants to see my face. I'm the radio girl. The old joke, face for radio. And he's like, no, you're going to have to do it. And that's how everyone's connecting. It's going to bring you to that next level. Yeah. So during pandemic, I was frustrated one day trying to make tacos because we were all making sourdough bread and we're doing all of the things, living
dyeing our hair blue,
steady life, and taking chances, right? Never done that before. I've got plenty of time on my hands to see what happens here. So I was trying to make homemade tortillas and I was getting frustrated because they were sticky. And I was like, well, everybody's at home. Somebody's going to be able to tell me how to do this better. So I got on my phone and I started doing a live video. That was our first one of shit show cooking. We made a fake show where I really didn't cook very much. And I connected with people while I was in the kitchen making something and added their input to it. So it was like really my slow introduction into the TikTok world and to the connecting with people on a small screen.
That is so cool. I also think I made tortillas during quarantine and failed miserably. I have that stuck in the back of my head somewhere. I was literally thinking about quarantine this morning while I was waking up and I was like, oh, I had blue hair. Like I choicefully made the decision to dye my hair blue.
We all had a moment.
instead of going on my computer and doing schoolwork. Because I was 14 when COVID happened, and crazy.
That blows my mind that you're here
It's
in school and doing all of this, and you were 14 years old dyeing your hair blue in COVID.
it's
I
like
also feel older. Ow.
it's crazy. I feel I feel old now. People are like, "Oh, I was like 8 when COVID happened, and now they're in high school." I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" I still
Cindy,
feel like I'm 14.
Cindy, we weren't besties during COVID, so I could have called you about the tortillas. A decade ago, I would have called you first. I know. I know who to call to with my tortilla problems. We're
Oh
gonna
my
have to do a
gosh.
class, I think. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, jumping into that, and then kind of sitting in it for a while, marinating, trying to figure out how I was gonna make this show. And it's had so many different iterations and it's still always growing, right? I'm still working on how do we do this with a better camera angle? How do we do this with a different set of cameras? We're now working with MashP TV. So really learning the skills of everything as best I can as technology is continuing to just catapult ahead and trying to
It's
hold on to it
always
like a bottle of
changing,
lightning. Yeah.
right? Literally. All right. So to pivot from that, I know that you have a career in radio, but that you also are a part of the Mashpee Chamber of Commerce. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Where do we begin? I just finished my first year as
Wow.
the executive director of the Mashpee Chamber of Commerce. So that has been,
Congratulations.
well, I started connecting with small businesses, and this is what I was interviewing people. What are you doing with your life? How are you connecting with people? How is your business? What are your struggles? And while interviewing people, you interview businesses, right? The radio model is get a bunch of advertisers to pay for you to continue to create art. And that's why you hear so many commercials on the air. They're the ones paying the bills of the people that work there, just in case people.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Sometimes there's that disconnect. I hate commercials. Well, sometimes I like commercials if they're clever.
Sometimes I
I
do
like
too,
a good jingle.
right?
And then all of a sudden you're like, damn it, I'm gonna buy that now.
Oh my gosh, it's like so bad. Liberty Mutual, I'm like, Doug and the other guy are like my favorite people ever. Doug and Limu.
You're growing up in a generation where the commercial is weaved into real life. So people are always trying to sell you stuff on social media now. It has become the live commercial. Like, look at these leggings and look at how my butt looks in these leggings.
It
And
drives me that's what I can't stand. The TikTok shop links, I'm like, oh my God.
all of a sudden you're in a commercial. You're like, damn it, girl. I thought we were doing something together.
Oh
You
my gosh.
lie.
The amount of things I've bought from that. I'm like, this stuff is not working. My lymphatic drainage liquid I'm drinking, I'm like, that's helping. Sure. I'm like pouring this into my drink in the morning. And my mom's like, stop.
Yes, you're 20. Your lymphatic system works just fine. You're like, I don't know. I was told.
I don't even know what my lymphatic drainage system is. And they're like, you're going to literally, they were like, check the label and make sure it's sealed. You bought that from TikTok shop.
Yeah, I know. I know. Christine, right? She's like, I love a good jingle. Kathy, yes, I did survive yesterday. We shopped in a magical winter wonderland at the Mashpee Farmers Market's final
I couldn't
Christmas
believe you
market.
guys did it while it was snowing.
I knew it was coming. I didn't know how bad it was going to be. And so I just hit that field yesterday with a shovel at 7 a.m.
Oh my
And
gosh.
someone was like, oh, that was nice. The Commons dug that out for you. Girl, no, me. Me
No.
with a shovel. Even my son was suspect of it. He's like, Mom did that. My
That
husband did
is
that.
so funny.
So yeah, to go back to the Mashpee Chamber, I took this job because I was on the board. And the girl, Julie, who had this job, I had worked with trying to build this Mashpee Farmers Market with. And she, supported me with some of our vendors and some of our endeavors. And I brought it to the chamber saying, isn't this a good thing that the chamber should support? And she was leaving and she said, I really think that you should take this job. It's going to be going out to everybody. Give me your resume, throw it in there. It's not my say, but I will, send it up the chain to my fellow board members and say, I think she's a good fit for the job. Not only does she care about Mashpee and small business, but she's here, she's in it, and she can do it. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm not running my own business right now and a nonprofit. Let's throw a job in there.
Right? I love the farmers market. As someone who works in the commons and I can literally see the farmers market from where I work, it is fabulous. It is so something we need. All of us talked about it at work when it first started, and we were all just like, wow,
Well, it's
we
good to
needed
have,
this.
yeah, people just come from all different directions and try something, and then when they don't find it or they've expired on the fields, they come into the commons. They utilize the facilities, they grab a bite to eat, then they go shopping and get into all of it. So it's really become a full day of Mashpee shopping.
It
And
really
also
is.
community. And that was really what I wanted to bring, was that sense of just come put your feet in the grass, walk around, be part of this community and see what we have to offer. And we don't have a place for those smaller businesses to be brick and mortar wise because rent's high.
Hmm. Definitely. I can honestly tell that like the community in the commons has grown so much. I've worked there for what, 4 years since I was 17, so this is my fourth Christmas. It I know all the people at the market's names now. I know our UPS drivers' names, the FedEx drivers, like we give them gifts. It's just like grown so much. It's like whenever I talk to people who live in the comments, they're like, I never need to leave. Like I've got everything.
I know. And Ashley Irene was like, it really truly is like a Hallmark movie. It is.
It is. I just walk around it. I'll take my break and I'm just like, I love it here. I see
Right?
everyone I know.
I ran into you at the post office. So
Right? Like what?
I hadn't even met and we ran into each other at the post office. And then you were like, were you at Blue for dinner? Because my mom heard your voice.
She's so funny. She was like, I think I could hear her last night at dinner. They love Blue. I love Blue. Oh my god.
I know it's one of our favorites. And my hubby was like, all right, it's like home stretch. Like we're going into this crazy weekend and like, let's just get a dinner where we have a date and have a minute with each other to catch up and talk to each other. So that was actually really nice.
I know. I feel like during the holiday season, you're like fight or flight. Even like us on the weekends, I'm like, okay, like we love each other, but we're gonna get nasty.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I just took this job a year ago in the hopes of supporting all of the things that Mary Lou Palumbo, who started the chamber. I mean, I was walking into a year where we're celebrating our 40th birthday. Like I was on the job right at 2 weeks before Christmas, before the parade, and I was like,
No.
here you go. All the stuff is in there. Good luck. And I was like,
Oh my
wait, what? I'm
goodness.
running a nighttime parade with 80 floats.
Like I genuinely didn't. I would like put it into ChatGPT. Like,
I don't even know who we bank with.
right?
Writing checks. I'm like, that looks
Sign
good.
it. Sign and sealed. Is Mary Lou the old? Is that Mary, the older woman that carries around the little rose quartz?
Oh my God. No, that is Mary LeClaire. That is
She is my.
another Mary that has been a prominent figure in Mashpee.
I knew that she is my favorite woman in the world. I
She
carry her rose quartz in my car, and I'm convinced that's why nothing bad has happened to me.
she's fabulous. I have one in my DJ gear. I have one in my car. I have one on my desk at work. And I grabbed one the other day. She's like, honey, you're gonna need a bigger one. I was like,
I adore her. I saw her this summer, and I was like, Mary, you've given me rose quartz, and she just like gave me a hug, and I was like, oh my gosh,
Mary
like
LeClaire is a national treasure. We
protect her at all costs.
Yeah, we really do. She has been a state rep. She used to work in the bank. She has really grown with this community and is so active. It's
I always see
unbelievable.
her. She's always walking around.
She did holiday meals. We passed out 213 holiday meals for Thanksgiving. We're probably going to do
Wow.
about the same for Christmas. And she was there. Got in the car with my girlfriend Barbara Guerin, and she was handing out meals. 5 minutes later, I see the two of them over at Asti having lunch. Oh, we're best friends. Come join us. I'm like, you too.
Hey, she is the best person in the world. I adore her. I met her niece this summer, and I was like, you are the luckiest person in the whole entire world. Oh my God.
But we are to have her. You know what I mean? She is a figure that you see in town every day. It's really hard to explain this small town, hometown feel in
It
Mashpee.
is.
But when you feel it, you're just like, oh my God, these exist. This is real. When moments that we have that are tragic on Cape, off Cape, in Sandwich, and this is the time of year I feel like we feel it so much more. So having that hometown feel and that community that we've built in Mashpee, I'm so thankful for it.
I
So
am too. I love it. I grew up in Falmouth my whole life, and I was never part of like the community of Falmouth. I would wouldn't go to events, things like that. And working in Mashpee has like so changed that. It's
Well,
like,
Falmouth is so big.
it's huge.
Yeah, people really don't understand how big the Cape is, and Falmouth has villages, and they very much are very separate. My husband's a Falmouth
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah. I mean, I don't go to North Falmouth. Someone was like, "Oh, have you been here before?" And I'm like, no, I literally had to take myself on a drive this summer to North Falmouth. I was like, wow.
Where's that? This is
I,
cute.
I'm like, I've lived here for 20 years. What do you mean? I didn't know any of this existed.
Your Woods Hole people, you go there for the ferry, and you go
I
there
love
for
Woods Hole.
I know, right? It's its own vibe.
It is.
Not even part of Falmouth when you're visiting. So
It's great.
I know. So yeah, my husband is a townie. He moved one street over, and we're in Mashpee on this side, and this is where we've been for 25 years. So taking this job at the Mashpee Chamber was I was nervous. I've never run anything. Like, I like to say I'm in charge of things, but actual being in charge of things is very different.
It's so scary. I have a leadership role at my job, and when it had first started, I was like, oh my God, they're asking me what to do. And I'm like,
right?
like,
And
you tell me what to do.
Scheduling, media, marketing, connect business before hours, after hours. Now you're in charge of 263 businesses, Stephanie, and you need to make sure you get to know these people. So this is what my mission was when I took on this job. I got through the parade. Nobody died. We got through all of the meals, the holiday meals, and everybody else's rules. And so then I started January with this big intention of talking to all of these businesses, or getting a touch on all of them, actually going out there to their storefronts, frequenting their businesses, talking to them about their issues, what they need. We did lunch and learns where we connected some of our new businesses with opportunities to grow in social media, or things that they just can't have time for. They're busy in their business.
Exactly. Sorry, I need to turn
Oh,
my
no.
camera off.
So yeah,
Grandma's texting me.
doing those reps and talking to the businesses really was a game changer for me.
Definitely.
And talking to people. So I loved that aspect of things. And we've grown. We have 320 members now. So I'm like just doing my end of year numbers of like where we were, how we connected, the metrics that were important. And this parade, I really feel like, is like one of the last ones. We just closed the 12 days of Christmas auction. So if you want an auction item, come see me. I'll be in the office all week long to come and grab your gifts if you're going to re-gift them for the holidays. And then that's it. I need to shut my brain off.
Right. Oh my goodness. So do you also help run like the summer events as well? So like if there's like a not a street parade, like when they do like the street fairs, when they close off, the middle section.
Yeah.
And is that part of what you do as well?
So that's Kristen, the marketing director from Mashpee Commons, started contracting us a couple of years ago to kind of just be the anchor of what's going on. So yeah, we're there DJing, handing out gift cards, connecting with people, and it's as simple as the bathrooms are over here. And what are you looking for over there? You look lost. So I get to like be the ambassador once a month to kind of hang out in there. So yeah, that's part of my own business, Lemonadio.
It's so cool. Those events have like changed the Commons. We get so much more business. People are coming in with their little balloon animals. The kids are coming in to trick or treat. It's so cool.
Well, that's
so cool.
Keep the family there and happy. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, what's this? Especially in that central area where there's no parking. You don't get that drive-by scene where you can just kind of see the store and go, oh yeah, I want to go there later. So to draw people into that middle space to walk by and see, oh, I never knew that store was there. How many times I hear that? I didn't even know there was a business there. I'm like, lady, they've been there 20 years. Where have you been? Oh my
goodness, I know. We have a store on the side of the Commons where they just opened Uva, and it's so funny, like the different dynamics between the different sides. I'm like, guys, let's just walk around everywhere. I'll do like loops around that place. Well, all at work, it'll be a busy day, and I'm like, I need to walk.
Yeah, and you can. I love that square.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
And it's outside. It's so nice that it's outside. I love it.
I think that the chamber was just a natural fit for me. Not that I needed another job to do, but once again, they say give a busy person a job and they'll get it done.
I guess so. No, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
All right, my next question. So I know you have won a lot of awards. You know, you were Mashpee Person of the Year,
No, I was actually the Cape Cod's Person of the Year.
Cape Cod's Person of the Year. Tell me a little bit more about that. How did that make you
That
feel?
was weird.
I bet.
That was a very weird situation. You know, I've won best DJ for a decade. And I don't know if people really understood the radio DJ to actually in-person DJ, because I'm not the best in-person DJ, but what I am in person is a listener. And so when a group of girls wants to hear whatever song they want to hear, I'm putting it on. I'm not one of those DJs that's like, oh, but I'm in the mix and I'm so cool and you're going to have to listen to what I want. No, sir, play what they want to hear. Know your audience. And so I had won that award for a long time, and that was fun. And then after pandemic, when I started Lemonadio, we just had this momentum. People were listening online, and we're also on Roku TV, and we're on Alexa, and we were just getting a lot of touches. And to have 100,000 people listen to my digital radio station, which is a website, it's a website, was really very, very cool. The support was there for it. And so we just started doing all these free opportunities for people to speak their mind, to show up where they wanted to. And it was promotions. It wasn't pay. People didn't have to pay to play for the first time. They just got to connect with my audience and everybody that was out there. So that was real. It was nice. And I just, it happened.
Right? Like, what an incredible feeling.
And then I became a person that built the farmers market. So then I was starting to be recognized for things that people didn't even know I did. I just had a hand in it. And so it kind of took on the life of its own. And mind you, I could not do any of this without my family. I have such a supportive family. My husband pretty much is like, what? You want to do what? I'll build it.
Perfect.
Go over
Dream.
there, and then our kids have come along, and my daughter Lil is a sophomore at Salem State this year, and she's studying philosophy, and she's just kind of figuring out what she wants to do in the world. But she worked her tail off. She ran the farmer's market last season, and she worked at Eastern Bank, and she worked at Melody Tent, took out her debit card and paid her tuition. So I'm like,
wow,
if you want to study yoga and philosophy, you go right ahead.
Right? Exactly. Like, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. And my son is first person. He just got an award from the chamber last year for his volunteerism, over 200 hours of volunteer work, literally watched him guide a blind lady across the road. And I was like, that's not real.
No, I love her. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Lisa Z saw it and was like, your son just did that.
Yep. I would have sobbed.
That's not even real.
I would have been down for
helping women set up tents and driving over on his little golf cart and checking in with vendors and making sure do you need a bathroom break, or you need to, just very mindful. I'm very lucky that I have fostered this with my children to just, we're volunteering today. Guess what? We might not feel like we want to be around people, or we might not feel like we're doing stuff today, but we're doing stuff today. And I think that they'll appreciate it later. But it just became this thing that wasn't just me anymore. It became this small little crew. It became all of our volunteers. I have a team of 10 now. And I have a volunteer group of about 20 people on any given day. I'm like, I need an extra hand. Literally Saturday, 2 of the girls that were supposed to help us paint ornaments inside the Mashpee Commons were like, I don't feel good. We got a stomach bug. And I'm like, Liz, can you be on the Mashpee Commons? I got $50 for you, painting ornaments for an hour. She's like, I'm there.
It's so incredible to build something like that and have that sense of community.
And it's been incredible. And it's become something that I have no control over. So whenever I won the Person of the Year, I was like, this is not even real. It's not real.
That is so fun.
But been great. And I'm only the person because I have such a great team and people behind me pushing me forward. You be the leader. We're good.
Right? It's like once you build that foundation, it's like you can let your little chicklins go and they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Nice to spend some time with you, Miss Lindsay. Good to see you. Hope you survived your very busy weekend. I know it has been a full-on holiday assault between strolls and parades and markets. And I think and then the snow yesterday. Like, I am done.
I can't believe there's snow outside.
That's our question of the day this morning. Snow or no? Feel free to gripe over there on my Facebook page, Stephanie in the Morning.
That is so fun. All right, so I know you just went over how you have all these greatest accomplishments. You have these great accomplishments. You have a great team. Your family sounds literally so great.
They're
What
awesome.
was your I made it moment?
I am waiting for it. Are you kidding me? I'm never done. I'm a
Right.
Capricorn. I'm never done. Like, there's always something more to do. I have not made that yet. No,
Wow.
I really do. I see so much food insecurity. I see so many things. I literally went to farmers market school to run this I'm here in Framingham with literal farmers going, "Stephanie, what are you doing? You've lost your mind." Like, people in pandemic made sourdough. I made a market of it.
Right.
To the
That is
business
so
and the
funny.
relationships and just connecting with people that this is their livelihood. We just got a fabulous grant to connect all of the council of churches to actually add some data-driven strategies on food giving and how we can we formed this organization, Cape Cod Food Rescue, so that we have these organizations that, we have a bunch of food and it's going to expire. What do? We throw it out. And that's a problem. We
It
need to
is.
be utilizing that, whether it's composting it, feeding it to our livestock, or moving it around so that the people that need it today, because it's got a shelf life, get it around. So like, I'm doing stuff, real, actual, tangible stuff. I'm working on the town's economic and business development committee to work on a new plan to bring more business, housing, jobs, and keep people like yourself, who's young and talented, living here still. But right now it's really kind of unaffordable.
It's crazy. I am so grateful that I am able to go to school for free and be able to live at my house that I grew up in, but that's not everyone's life, you know?
Yeah.
People have to go to college. Some people don't have the opportunity to go to community college, you know? People always say, "Oh, well, you can always go to community college." You can't. You can't always get there, and I'm very lucky that I have a way to get there, and I'm also very lucky that I don't have to pay for it. It's free. I get to go to school for free.
Blows my mind that what you're talking about right now is considered a luxury for many
Right?
people your age. And that's insane. We need to do better. So yeah, I'm not done. I'm not there yet. Let me know when I can stop.
Right?
I'm dead. I'm fine. I'm here.
It sounds like you literally have 8 different businesses going. This is wow.
I do, because I can't, when I see a problem, I can't just sit back. I'm not one of those people that somebody else will do it.
Yeah, no.
And I wish any of you out there, and I charge you all, if you see something that needs to be done, please just do it. I'm tired.
Don't let Stephanie do it.
Don't. I'm good. I'm full.
I'm like, wow. All right. So I know we're only 40 minutes in. I have one last question.
Perfect.
So what advice would you give a student who's studying media and looking to go into a career into it like myself?
Just get into it. Figure out what it is that you like about it. I mean, there's so many directions you can go in, and I feel we all suffer from this ADD of choices. We're kind of like, oh, we'll start this and we'll do this and we'll do that, because we're so distracted by screens and media. I feel like you just need to pick a lane. Pick where you think you're going to make the biggest impact. I'm still kind of harnessing in my biggest audience and group of people seems to be on Facebook. And it seems to be an older demographic. And I kind of lean into it, but I do share it with other ones. I check in. Hi from LinkedIn. Drop in the chat actually where you're watching our show from, because I'm always just so curious where people are consuming it from, whether it's YouTube directly or LinkedIn. We're on 3 different pages on social media. I kind of just did the saturation model.
Right. Spread it.
But one lane, right? We're broadcasting live from StreamYard right now. I find it a really accessible format. Anybody can do it. I'm not saying
It's so easy.
I know. I'm not recreating the wheel or doing anything that you can't do for your own businesses. And it's what I tell people all the time. If you need help setting it up or a holding hand to get organized, that's part of my business also. We run a really successful podcasting firm where we found our niche in financial talk. So we edit the Financial Planners Association of Massachusetts and North Carolina, Next Gen. So we're talking 30-year-olds, business professionals. We edit their podcasts for them because they don't have time for it. They want to be a professional in their business.
That's
And
so
that's like
cool.
fun fact about me. I find that so just it's one of the things that I like to do. You know, people watch those gross picking videos or like
It's me. I'm
I
gross picking video girl.
I like to edit audio. So I find it
Right?
very so laid back. I'll just sit there with my Adobe and pick out breaths. I'm like, that's an right there. That's a the right there. That's a breath. That's a ah. I can literally look at the waveform of an audio
Yes.
link and cut it out without really even listening to it. I find
Right?
it
Flow
so
state.
relaxing.
Flow state.
Yeah. So some
That's
people
so
like
cool.
those things where they give each other facials all day long. I mean, everybody's got their self-care. Mine's like, throw me in a room with audio and leave me alone.
That is so funny. Oh my
It's
gosh.
weird, but I find it fun. So, oh, thank you, Catherine. She said, I'm mixing it up today. She's watching us on LinkedIn. What's up, Mari? Hi. Oh, we've got so many nice new faces here. If you're just joining us and wondering what's going on, Sophia Roscoe is here, and her final practicum at Cape Cod Community College is to interview a person in media. And I was the lucky recipient of that, but I seem to be running things. You've done a good job, though.
Thank you. I try.
Of
It's so funny.
asking.
We like interviewed in class and I was the one interviewing everyone. It's just like crazy things that I would never think I would want to do.
But yeah, you fall into this role that's kind of comfortable, and that's what I would say to you or anybody starting some sort of career in marketing media. I do want to caution you. A lot of jobs that say they're marketing are actual sales jobs. So you're going to have to really read the fine line. And I think the best advice I had ever given my daughter when she was kind of exploring career paths was go on LinkedIn and find somebody that you think is just doing the thing you want to do, and then look back at their education and where they came from, and then kind of figure out how you want to go into your career, because it's never a straight line. You're learning this. When I was in education and growing up and figuring out what I was going to do with my career, it's like you did this and you did this till you died. That is your career. Goodbye. End of.
No, literally.
And so I think pandemic did a great thing for us of shaking it up and giving us opportunity. And I think just have your eyes open to have a no thank you taste of something you might not know you liked, and try it. But stick in a lane, find a lane.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciated that. That was very
Sophia,
helpful.
well, I'll see you around town, I'm sure. In
I
the months
will.
to come,
I'm
and
literally there every day. I can't escape it. Even on my, I'll literally go there after school. I'll leave Lisa's room that I stay in for 8 hours a day and go to work just to hang out. I just love
yeah,
being in the commons.
it's perfect though. So how are you loving your experience at Four Cs? Is free school really free school?
I cannot believe it's really free school. I still don't believe it. I'm like, in 10 years, I'm going to get a check and be like, I'm like so scared that it's free as of I know. I haven't paid anything. I actually got a scholarship through my high school, my first year there. So they like would send me a $250 check.
Books, man, you know those aren't cheap, and that price doesn't go
I
away.
haven't bought a book. Right. I'm like, I don't believe in that. I'm good.
I love it. So what do you think is your next like 2 to 3 years looking like?
So I definitely want to finish school. It's going to take me a little bit longer than I thought. I had this conversation with Lisa. I was like, I want to get it done and I want to be out and gone. And I did that. And now I'm regretting it because, 6 classes is not fun if you're a full-time worker as well. So I've definitely slowed down. I think I would love to finish school and then find a career. I love social media. It's something I do for my job as well. I'm a full-time retail worker. I have management experience, but I'm also running the social media for it. So I'm doing what I love, learning what I love, and then also being able to use it. So I hope to just keep doing that. I would love to, be on a social media team for a brand, a fashion brand. I'm super into fashion. I focused my radio show on that this like past semester, and I
Yep.
found it super cool.
It's amazing. It's something that I am so very bad at. So I I appreciate the aesthetic and definitely give Sophia a like and a follow on Day Off. It is her job and she is working there in the Mashpee Commons. It's my daughter's favorite place. Whenever my 20
Stop it. I
something is
love it.
home, she's like, I got this and I got that and I paid way too much money for this, but it's so cute with this.
I feel like I've met your daughter at the bank
You
before.
100% have. If I showed you a photo, you'd be like, I know that one. And then
That's
my
so
older
funny.
daughter is home and she's 25 and she's at Four Cs right now, re-careering. She went to
It's
Penn State.
perfect.
She changed her mind and now she's in the nursing program. So,
Wow.
I mean, it's intense. It's a lot, but I'm lucky that she can stay here and have the same opportunity you do to figure it out while not getting in debt for the rest of your life to figure it out.
It's like beyond me. I'm like, why would I want to do that? Why would I
Yeah.
want to be in like I'm very, very lucky I get to grow up in an age where I get to go to college for free.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, take advantage of every ounce of it and don't be in a rush to get out of there. You've only
No,
got
I
the rest of
know.
your life to look at.
Right, exactly. Lisa helped me. I slowed down. I like literally owe it all to her. She's like, you have. She let me speed it up, and then she watched me sit there and be like, wow, I hate this so much. Wow,
Yeah.
what did
Yeah.
I do?
You have to let everyone learn that way. My 25-year-old is the
Exactly.
same. She's like 2 years and I'm only staying here and I'm not. And her tune is a little different now that she's going through it because it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. No one
Dave
tells you how
Hector,
hard it is.
I love you. 186 days until summer. Well, that's positive thinking.
That is positive. While I'm looking at snow, I'm like, great.
We have got a full lineup of shows this week. Hank said it's going to be with us. He is one of our amazing supporters, a learned author, and we're just really lucky to have him. He was the first person, by the way, to fire Howard Stern. And so he was also one of my uncle's high school civics teachers. I forget what else teacher he was, English teacher. And now all of a sudden finds his way into my studio every Tuesday and Thursday, whether we're here or we're at Mashpee TV. On Wednesday, we talked to Dr. Corey Blake, who has got the Farah Collective, talking about how women are using our power for better. And she's got this like ball gown brunch that is coming up. So I'm looking forward to talking about that. And Elisa Sullivan, who owns Swirls Jewelry. You'll find her at the Art Cottage inside of Mashpee Commons. She's coming on the show this week to talk about boys, branding, and also what's going on in her life, the life of a middle-aged single lady. I love it. And I'm looking forward to talking to her. She also sometimes jumps in and helps us on Lemonadio, hosting music bingo and trivia. So she'll be doing that Wednesday over at Timber. Our full list of activities is just released on lemonadio.com. So please give us a like and a follow on Facebook and keep up with where we're going to be this week. We've got about 10 to 15 different opportunities, including some over winter break opportunities. Adult Rock Night is back. You can grab your tickets at Wildwater Collective. I'm going to be ringing in the new year at Southport. So Southporters, make sure you sign up for that opportunity. That is a private club, but if you live in Southport, you know. So go get signed up so that you don't get left out in the cold. And I'm looking forward to vacation. Friday, I hit vacation. Don't bother me for a week. I love you all.
Don't call Stephanie.
Just don't call me. Call someone else. And Sophia, thank you for putting up with me in this weirdest interview you've probably had in your life.
Thank you for having me. I'm so grateful.
All right, everybody. Keep it real. We'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Lemonadio, Hank is coming up. We'll see you after lunch break.